Assalamualaikum and hello everyone. Have all of you ever heard about a ruler who transformed Aceh into one of the most powerful kingdom in Southeast Asia? He was a leader who was respected by his people, feared by his enemy, and remembered as one of the greatest sultan in history of Malay archipelago.
Wait a minute! Who are you?
The ruler was Sultan Iskandar Muda. In this documentary, we will explore his life, his achievement, and contribution that shaped the glory of the Aceh Sultanate until nowadays.
During the 16th and 17th centuries, the Islamic world in the Malay archipelago witnesses the rise of a powerful, influential, and highly respected kingdom. This kingdom was the Aceh Darussalam Sultanate that located at the northern tip of Sumatra. Amid the intense competition for trade dominance among the Portuguese, the Dutch, and local kingdoms, there emerged a remarkable leader who successfully elevated Aceh to the height of its glory. He was Sultan Iskandar Muda. Sultan Iskandar Muda was a ruler renowned not only as a great military commander but also as a wise Islamic leader in the field of governance, economy, education, and the propagation of Islam. In this documentary, we will explore the life, role, contribution, and the lasting impact of Sultan Iskandar Muda on the development of Islam, whose influence can still be felt nowadays.
Now I will continue to the biography of Sultan Iskandar Muda. Sultan Iskandar Muda was the most famous ruler of the Aceh Sultanate, and he was born in the late 16th century and became the Sultan of Aceh in 1607. And he ruled until 1636 and led Aceh to its golden age. And during his rule, Aceh became very strong and successful, and he improved the government and army and expanded Aceh lands in Sumatra and the Malay Peninsula. Sultan Iskandar Muda also helped the growth of Islam in Aceh, which is he invited Muslim scholars to teach Islam and share knowledge with the people. And because of this, Aceh became an important place for Islam education in the Malay world. He also encouraged trade with other countries, and this helped Aceh become one of the richest and most powerful kingdoms in Southeast Asia at that time. So, to conclude, Sultan Iskandar Muda was a great leader. He helped Aceh grow in politics, trade, military strength, and education. And his role is known as the Golden Age of the Aceh Sultanate.
Sultan and ruler of the state, he played a major role in strengthening Aceh as a powerful political kingdom in the Malay world. His leadership focused on stability, discipline, and well-organized government system. Because of this, Aceh became respected by other region powers. However, Sultan Iskandar Muda was not only a political leader, he also a strong supporter of Islamic knowledge and education. During his reign, Aceh became an important center of Islamic learning in the region, and it was known as the Veranda of Mecca. Many Islamic scholars from different regions came to Aceh to teach, preach, and spread knowledge. In addition, he governed the country based on Islamic principles. Islamic law was used as foundation of administration with a strong focus on justice, public welfare, and discipline. He also built a close relationship between the government and Islamic scholars to ensure that all policies were in line with Islamic teachings. Sultan Iskandar Muda also supported the development of mosques and Islamic schools, which became important centers for learning and community development. Through his leadership in politics, religion, and administration, Aceh became one of the most important centers of Islamic civilization in the Malay world during his time.
The age of the Malay archipelago, so a kingdom that once challenged some of the world's greatest power. Surrounded by vast ocean, the Sultanate of Aceh Darussalam emerged as a symbol of strength, prosperity, and Islamic civilization. At the height of Aceh's rise came a ruler who will transform its history, Sultan Iskandar Muda. He is remembered not only for his authority and military achievement, but also for his vision of building a strong and well-organized empire. During his reign, in the early 17th century, Aceh became one of the most powerful maritime state in Southeast Asia. The sea was no longer a barrier, it became a pathway for trade, diplomacy, and influence. Portuguese and Dutch records describe Aceh, one of the major regional powers that challenged European dominance in the Strait of Malacca. However, Aceh's greatness was not built solely on military strength and naval power. Behind its success was a thriving center of Islamic learning and scholarship. Under Sultan Iskandar Muda's rules, Aceh attracted renowned scholars such as Hamzah Fansuri and Syamsuddin Azumantri, whose intellectual contribution helped shape Islamic through the Malay world. From Aceh emerged important works of Islamic literature, mysticism, and philosophy. These writings spread across the Malay archipelago and influenced the generation of Muslim scholars. Among the most notable was Al-Washa in Perahu, the poem of the boat by Hamzah Fansuri, while many Aceh's Jawi manuscripts continue to be preserved in historical collection today. At the same time, Sultan Iskandar Muda started the administration of the Sultanate. Laws were enforced, governments and become more centralized, and Aceh developed into a stable and efficient Islamic state. Historical sources record its administration as one of the most organized systems of government in the region during that period. Although centuries has passed, the legacy of Sultan Iskandar Muda remains deeply rooted in history. He was more than a ruler, he was a builder of civilization who combined political power, knowledge, Islamic values to shape the glory of Aceh Darussalam. His contribution continued to be remembered as an important chapter in the history of Aceh, the Malay world, and Southeast Asia. That's it from me. Thank you.
So next, we continue with the impact of the Sultanate of Sultan Iskandar Muda on the development of Islam. The leadership of Sultan Iskandar Muda has a great impact on the development of Islam in the archipelago. Under his rule, Aceh developed into a famous center of Islamic preaching and education. Many scholars and students of knowledge from various regions came to Aceh to deepen their religious knowledge before returning to spread the teachings of Islam in their places of origin. Through this effort, the influence of Islam became stronger among the Malay community. In addition, Sultan Iskandar Muda implemented a system of government based on Islamic law. This approach became an example for several other Islamic governments in the archipelago in forming a fair administration based on Islamic values. To this day, his legacy can still be seen through the development of Islamic institutions in Aceh and the community's respect for Sharia. It is no wonder that Sultan Iskandar Muda continues to be remembered as a symbol of leadership, courage, and excellence of Islamic civilization, which had a great impact on the history of Southeast Asia.
In conclusion, no wonder that Sultan Iskandar Muda is regarded as one of the greatest Islamic figures in history of the Malay archipelago.
Throughout his reign from 1607 to 1636, he successfully transformed Aceh into a powerful kingdom in terms of politics, economy, military strength, and religious influence. His role as a ruler, military commander, and the protector of Islam brought a significant positive change to the people of the Aceh and the wider Muslim world in the region. From the life and achievement of Sultan Iskandar Muda, we learn that the success of nation not depends only on military power, but also on knowledge, justice, integrity, and a strong commitment of religious value.
This legacy demonstrates that visionary leadership can build a great civilization and leave a lasting impact on future generations. Last but not least, Sultan Iskandar Muda was not merely the ruler of Aceh, but he also a symbol of the glory of Islamic civilization in Malay archipelago.